In an unexpected twist during draft day, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, fierce rivals in the NFC East, set aside their competitive spirit to pull off a trade that has sent shockwaves through the fan base. This strategic move allowed the Eagles to snag promising wide receiver Makai Lemon, a decision that could significantly impact their offensive depth moving forward. Let's dive into the gritty details of how this unfolded and what it means for both teams. So, where are you watching from? I want to hear your thoughts on this surprising trade. Leave a comment below. The scene was set with Eagles general manager Howie Roseman eyeing the number 20 overall pick, while the Eagles were positioned at number 23. Meanwhile, the Cowboys COO, Stephen Jones, was on the other end of the line, willing to make a deal if the Eagles were willing to part with 2 fourth-round picks. It's a bold move, especially considering the rivalry that exists between these two franchises. But, as we know in football, sometimes you have to take calculated risks to achieve your goals. Once the trade was finalized, Jones promptly called the NFL to make it official. But here's where things got interesting. As this was happening, Lemon was on the phone with the Pittsburgh Steelers, who had plans to select him at number 21. When the Cowboys and Eagles reached an agreement, Roseman wasted no time in reaching out to Lemon, informing him that they would be taking him at number 20. Talk about a dramatic twist of fate. Lemon's surprise at the Eagles' call underscores how much they coveted him. Roseman, in a post-selection interview, was effusive in his praise for the new rookie wide receiver. He emphasized Lemon's versatility, his ability to separate in man coverage, his physicality, and his strong ball-handling skills. There's a lot to like about him, Roseman stated. He elaborated on Lemon's capabilities, noting that he can effectively play both in the slot and on the outside, which adds a valuable dynamic to the Eagles' offense. One thing we can't overlook is the nature of this trade itself. The Cowboys and Eagles, known for their fierce rivalry, making a deal like this is practically unheard of. This illustrates how both teams are willing to adapt and strategize, even if it means working with a sworn enemy. For the Eagles, this trade is a win. They achieved their goal of acquiring a highly rated player who fits their needs. On the flip side, the Cowboys also come away with extra draft picks, which can be critical for their future planning. Roseman mentioned that Lemon was a player they targeted because he was ranked higher on their board than where they were picking. When you have a player that you like, that is ranked higher on your board than where you were picking, you think that every pick he's going to be selected, Roseman explained. This illustrates not only the Eagles' commitment to bolstering their roster, but also their keen insight into the draft process. As we look ahead, the significance of this trade cannot be understated. The Eagles have added a weapon who can help stretch the field and create mismatches against opposing defenses. With Lemon's talent and the offensive scheme that head coach Nick Sirianni employs, we could see a significant uptick in scoring opportunities for the Eagles this coming season. Now that we've dissected this trade, let's shift gears and discuss the ripple effects it may have on the Eagles' upcoming season and their strategy moving forward. What does this acquisition mean for the team's depth chart and how they approach training camp? We'll dive into that next. The Philadelphia Eagles have set their minicamp schedule, and it's generating a buzz among the fan base. With rookie minicamp just wrapping up, over 30 hopefuls took the field, including intriguing prospects like running back Khalil Herbert and guard Michael Jordan. With the potential addition of these rookie tryouts, the Eagles are looking to fill the last 2 spots on their roster, bringing the total number to 90 as they gear up for a critical offseason. Mark your calendars for the upcoming minicamp dates. The voluntary sessions are slated for May 26th to 27th, May 29th, and then June 1st to 2nd and June 4th, while mandatory minicamp days are set for June 9th to 10th. Interestingly, the Eagles have opted to utilize only 8 of the 10 possible minicamp dates provided by the NFL. This raises eyebrows. Why not maximize the opportunities available? Head coach Nick Sirianni addressed this decision at the rookie minicamp, emphasizing a broader strategy for the team's offseason. He stated, "You have to do different things to make sure you're looking at it from a big picture standpoint. It's just what I've decided is the best decision for this football team in the offseason." Sirianni's approach seems to balance the rigorous demands of training with the need for player health and longevity, a concern that resonates strongly given the Eagles' injury history. Indeed, the Eagles have a compelling case when it comes to managing injuries. In the previous season, they recorded a total of 176 missed games due to injuries, tying for the 7th fewest in the league. According to data from Sports Injury Central, They were also noted as the fourth healthiest team in the NFL in 2024. This is no small feat in a league where injuries can derail a season in an instant. Sirianni's strategy is rooted in past experiences. In both 2024 and 2025, the Eagles scheduled 9 minicamp dates, but this year they've opted for 8. You do follow a format when things are going well. As far as how we come out of camp and into the season, he explained, there are no shortcuts. You have to work your butt off to get better. What Sirianni is advocating for is a culture of hard work, not just during practice, but in the extra hours players put in on their own. This is the kind of mentality that can make or break a season. He acknowledges the importance of practice time, while also stressing the necessity of balance between practice and the overall duration of the season. Eagles fans should take comfort in knowing that Sirianni is prioritizing long-term health and well-being in these minicamp practices, which are carefully designed to run between an hour to an hour and a half at full intensity. The coaching staff is well aware of the wealth of information they need to digest in May and June, especially with a new offensive scheme to integrate. They feel confident that they can achieve their goals without needing the full 10 practices, especially with a comprehensive training camp and preseason on the horizon. Sirianni's approach has proven effective so far, and with results to back it up, it's hard to argue against his methods. As fans, we must trust this strategy as the Eagles navigate the offseason, aiming to emerge healthier and stronger for the challenges ahead. Stay tuned as we delve into the next topic, because there's plenty more to discuss about the Eagles' offseason moves and preparation. The Philadelphia Eagles are making waves in the running back market, bringing in Khalil Herbert and Elijah Mitchell for tryouts during their rookie minicamp. This move raises some eyebrows and sparks curiosity among fans about what's brewing behind the scenes. Where are you watching from, Eagles Nation? Leave your thoughts below as we dive into the latest strategies and potential roster shifts. As it stands, the Eagles have 5 running backs on their roster, led by none other than the Pro Bowl dynamo Saquon Barkley. The addition of Tank Bigsby, a former third-round pick from the Jaguars, adds an intriguing layer to the backfield. Bigsby's performance has not gone unnoticed. With an impressive 5.9 yards per carry as a dependable number 2, he also brings value as a secondary kick returner. Meanwhile, the primary role is held by 2024 fourth-rounder Will Shipley, who, despite being somewhat of an afterthought on offense, ranked 10th in yards per kickoff return last season. Let's not forget the recent signings of Dameon Pierce and Carson Steele. However, the reality is that neither is guaranteed a spot on the final 53-man roster. The stakes are high for Bigsby, too, as he enters the final year of his contract. This situation raises the possibility of him becoming a trade candidate as the season approaches, a scenario that could shake up the entire running back landscape for the Eagles. The absence of rookie running backs added during the draft means that the team is now looking closely at Mitchell and Herbert to bolster their depth. Both players who were 6th-round picks in 2021. Mitchell for the 49ers and Herbert for the Bears showed promise early in their careers. However, injuries and a decline in production have resulted in them being on the fringes for the past couple of years. Mitchell's track record is particularly interesting. Last season, he appeared in just 1 game for the Chiefs, logging only 7 snaps, and he was completely sidelined in 2024. His lack of special teams experience poses a challenge for him in Philadelphia, where roster spots can hinge on versatility. The Eagles will be looking for him to recapture the rushing ability that saw him average 4.9 yards per carry and 77.6 yards per game during his first 2 years with the 49ers. On the other hand, Herbert's experience is a bit more extensive. He participated in 7 games for the Jets in 2025, having previously split time between Chicago and Cincinnati. His special teams experience, primarily coming in 2021 under the old kickoff rules, gives him a leg up, but it's clear he'll need to demonstrate his value on the field to secure a place in this competitive lineup. As we look ahead, the addition of these 2 veteran backs could signal a strategic pivot for the Eagles as they navigate the complexities of their roster. The stakes are high, and the competition is fierce, but with the right moves, this team could solidify its running game and enhance its playoff prospects. So, what do you think, Eagles fans? Are Mitchell and Herbert the depth pieces the Eagles need? Or are we simply looking at a temporary solution? As roster decisions loom, your insights are invaluable. Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments about the direction of the Philadelphia Eagles and what you think of these recent moves. The excitement is palpable. We'll be here to cover every development as this story unfolds.